Good afternoon. How's it going today? Welcome to Istanbul. I'm hanging out here for several days already. And today, we've already made a video in the morning. We were out walking around, went back to the room, had a nap, woke up, had another coffee, and now I'm out on our own street wanting to find the most classic meal, the most famous of all Turkish foods. What do you think it is? So for me, I'm not from Turkey. Also, I have only been to Turkey once, a long time ago, so I would not claim to be an expert at all. But I know whenever I've had Mediterranean food, Middle Eastern food, whenever I've had anything with the word Turkey on a menu, there's going to be some kind of skewered meat, some kind of kebab. This shop, it is not too far from our house. It looks great. So because, like I said, it's not too far, we've walked past a few times, so I've had the chance to be lured, seduced by those delicious looking photos. Let's go inside, let's see what they have to offer. This place looks great. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very tasty.
Oh, that is a chill cat. Like 10 people just walked past. Nope, no movement. One person steps over it. Still no movement. Whoa, these are some comfy chairs. Could hang out here a long time. And look at the amount of meat they have in the cabinet behind. Wow. What is this? I love this hood that he's working under. Oh, that's how he prepares the bread. You see, it's really clean though, and very high heat, obviously. But the amount of smoke rising, that just steals the show. Oh man, this is just barbecue at its finest. Oh, what a move. When you can slide the meat off of that metal skewer that fast, that smoothly, just imagine how tender it is. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, so there's definitely some seasoning. It is not just like a fresh salad with the barbecue ingredients. Lee, do you see what he's putting on? The first two, is that pepper? Or is it like za'atar? Thank you. Oh, oh. Thank you, man. You guys, it is epic mealtime in here. Man, just watching him work the grill like that builds such an appetite. So 2 epic dishes here. Kebab, got eggplant. You get either a choice of barley or rice. We got one of each. And then the bread, also there's actually 2 different kinds of bread here. Pepper on the side, blistered tomato, and then all of this pickled veg over here. You got some beets, you got cucumbers, peppers, more tomatoes, and then everything comes with a huge wedge of lemon. You just spray lemon juice everywhere. It's delicious. This is a very special item. We'll get to this later. It is, in English, you could call it meatless raw tartar. It is amazing to be here in Turkey. Oh, what a day. Got some silverware here, but that's only just to make it easier for your hands to go to work. Yep, got some selections, maybe some organ meat. I really appreciate him letting us get up close on the grill. We can see how he does this. Grip up some meat. Got a bit of fat, bit of meat right there. Cheers, guys. First kebab in Turkey. The classic. The kebab meat is just so juicy. I love the basic seasonings. Salt, cumin. What didn't melt on the grill comes to melt in your mouth with these bites. There's just some chilies, some chili oil, just a tiny bit. The amount of saliva that comes into your mouth when just all of that smokiness hits, the char from the barbecue, the charcoal, the smoke. So good, man. So you have this very thin bread as one choice of carbohydrate, but also this beautiful pilav or pilaf. Look at the size of those grains of rice. Every grain so smooth your tongue can just feel each individual grain. So different than the rice that we eat all over on the other side of Asia. It is so delicious. So I think I want to dip. It's like a tomato and pepper salsa, some herbs in there, I think some parsley, and then I think soy sauce on top. Very interesting. That really is an excellent combo. You don't need anything else, actually. You can just eat the barbecue meat all on its own and dip into that. That is truly excellent. Wow. Cilantro is in there for sure. Cool, fresh tomatoes. I don't think any onions. It's just tomatoes and then red pepper. Here's a better way to do it. You dip all that, then put, thank you. Then put the lamb on top. So now, here's how to feed your camera woman. Okay, not to move directly into the next meat. Check out the side plate right here. Got some cabbage with beets. Over here, cucumbers, tomatoes. We've had this each day because it's part of the famous Turkish breakfast. Maybe not this exact mix, but it's just such a great combination. No matter what meaty item you're going for, this is just a great balance. This side has some kind of sour sauce. This side is fresh tomatoes. So if you get one of each, it's even better. This comes free with the meal, by the way, so if you could want a second helping, I'm sure you could get it. So many foods here come with a huge wedge of lemon on the side. Works with pretty much everything. Even plain bread. Okay, let's move to that eggplant. So Turkey has a really amazing, unique geography right in the center of so many of the most important places in terms of history, right? They've been working on their recipes for quite a while, we can say that. This is one dish I think I was looking forward to the most from the whole Turkey trip. Skewer of fat, soft, steaming eggplant interspersed with meat. Look at that. Oh man, even might be like 8 minutes, 10 minutes later, it's still just super hot. So I'm gonna break that, then we're going back with our hands. So he smears this bread with this like chili oil blend. I'm sure there's tomatoes in it too. For being how thin it is, the bread is actually quite strong. I'm actually using the bread to protect my hands because it is just so hot. The most tender thing, just a oiled eggplant grilled. It's a thing of beauty. the amount of smoke that can just imbibe each morsel of eggplant. Oh, next up with the beef. Can I handle that? So the mince, you see the beef mince, it's very simple. It's also just been salted lightly, and that's it. They're just focusing on the good balance of the mince, some fat, some meat together. Cheers, guys. You could say that's the bite that I came to Turkey for. Oh, and it's so hot. It's so simple. And you notice the way that he worked the eggplant, right? So the eggplant took the longest to cook. It was on the coals for at least 10 minutes. He was rotating the kebab, but then he used foil. So the eggplant needed to cook even a little bit more, maybe hold in the heat just to cook just to that perfect consistency. So the inside is like mush. It's barely holding together, but the outside, that perfect eggplant skin, and you see it's a fat purple eggplant. In Thailand, we have different eggplants, so I really appreciate the chance to have something like this. It just works so well for this exact style of cooking. It is so smoky, man. This is just next level. This is my favorite plate. The beans, those beans were a contender. This is, it's different. It's different. This is also number one. Let's try the barley. If you look quick, you might think they're even just more jumbo rice and then fried with tomatoes and chili oil, but no, this is a different grain. I don't know too much about it because we do not eat this over where I live. Let's try. It just works so well. When you start to chew, you might even feel the texture is similar to like a very small bean. It is so good. He fries it with some onions, some tomatoes, then hits it with that chili oil also. So it comes as a side. It's free with your order of meat. So it's not like they're putting a masterful amount of time into this recipe, but just for what it is, just to back up this grilled flavor, that is perfect. I think I might prefer this to rice actually. And it's, for us anyways, it's kind of exotic, so it goes with it. And this blistered chili. Remember, he put this right on the coals. I've never seen that move before. He just put it in the fire. What a great dinner. So for complexity, this is a more simple cuisine, but man, it's so hearty. It's just so good. I just feel like right now I can feel just how awesome of an ancient meal this is. Like a grain like this. Fire-cooked food. Flat bread. It just doesn't get better than that. Oh, and that pepper is perfect. It's not really spicy, but it's so big. It just has heat just by volume. Steam pouring out. It's just barely hanging together. Let's go over here, go for a little swim. This is gonna be a super big bite because I'm going with my left hand, gripping up that kebab meat. Which one first? Sorry guys, that got a little bit sloppy. Okay, so I think I like the eggplant most on its own, and the meat is best with this sauce over here. The smokiness is just enough all on its own. Then we go with the dipped meat bread bite. Masterpiece in simplicity. Excellent. Wow.
I love barbecue.
Sen avradını biri soğanlı
I love watching when you are finally given the chance to just stay quiet and get to work on some barbecue also. I know you love it.
And barbecue with sour pickle? Genius. This is the way.
So the dish that I got came with beef and it's chopped. It's called mince. But then yours is the skewer. It's called izgara, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly with full confidence, but on the menu, izgara shish. So you're happy with your menu choice?
Normally don't eat eggplant.
Oh, that's right.
But when the eggplant so meaty and the barbecue smoke, wow. So, sometimes it's not like you don't like the food. You need to change the way to make it. Yeah. I don't like eggplant. But then it comes in the barbecue way, wow. Cannot stop.
Abi, nasıl gitsin?
Soğan ve soğansız.
Hemen gönder Enes'le konuşmayı hemen.
Thank you. So last but definitely not least, maybe the most interesting recipe on the table. The history of this, also very cool because I read used to include raw meat. So the word tartar in English did describe this, but then for health concerns, it's no longer the custom to include raw meat unless you tell the customer. So it's made with bulgur wheat and a ton of peppers. Maybe a few different kinds of peppers, maybe some red lentils, and then tomatoes and onions. It's an interesting blend. It's both like, looks maybe like super fine, but also with chunks in it. I have had it once, but it was part of a big wrap with other stuff, so I'm very excited to just have a little bit more time to learn. So it's served cold. That's interesting. And it is spicy. It's peppery and sour. It is just so unique. It's like really sour. Like fermented noodles, but much more chewy. Really nice. The consistency of like refried beans, but with some kind of fermented ingredient in it. So that's probably the bulgur wheat. This is an incredible recipe. So the focus for sure is the kebabs, this huge thing on the charcoals, just smoke billowing out. But this is getting overlooked. It is a really complex recipe, almost like the salsa. It's just so good on its own. And check that out. How healthy is that? In some iceberg lettuce. You don't even need any sauce, because this recipe is so flavorful. Don't tell me because there's no meat, you don't want anything to do with it. It's really unique, it's really good. So that also comes free. So what a cool, delicious free side. Of course, even though I said no sauce required, it seems that everything around here is better with a squirt of fresh lemon juice. I wouldn't say better, but it is delicious. Let me try this. Tasty, but it's almost too much flavor. My mouth doesn't know what to do. With the bread, with the flat bread though, very nice. The chi kofta. So kofta just means something ground up. Usually kofta, you think of beef or, I don't know, any meat that's ground up. Can be lamb. But this one, meatless ground. Genius recipe. it's a treat to me. Whenever there is a meal that Lee really enjoys, she goes all out. So whenever she's not talking and she just continues to eat, I know that she's very happy. So that's a gift to me. So you guys, we did make a video this morning. We did a big walking tour all around the spice market downtown, right near the waterside. But we still needed some of that home cooking, that classic Turkish flavor for dinner. This satisfied us to the fullest. Thank you for hanging out with us. Maybe a little bit of a short video today. We can take a walk. The sun stays up so much later here in Turkey. In Thailand, even in the summer, 6:30, 6:45 p.m., sun's going down. Here, it's like 8:45, 9, and we're not even into the middle of the summer yet. It's very cool. So we can go walk around, see the feel of the street where we're staying. I don't really know what else to say about dinner. It was good. It's really good. Thank you. Truly fantastic weather here. The things that I like to do on a trip, all of them are just working out so well here. Have a really early morning wake up, go out for a bike ride. The weather here is so nice that even by the time I get home, maybe 3, 4, even 5 hours later, it's still not that hot. And we can still I can shower, we can have breakfast at the hotel, and then go out and make a video. And only by that time is it getting hot, but that's okay. It's beautiful. The day today is just so beautiful. The sky here is incredibly blue. Yeah, Istanbul has treated us well so far, and we still have 2 full days to go. So in Thailand, this light right now, this would be like 3:30 in the winter or like 4:30 in the summer. But here it's like 6:15. Yeah, that makes sense. About like 2 full hours north. Yeah. Oh, so good night from both of us. See you for the next adventure in Turkey very soon. Later.